Hello, my name is Adrian, and I'm going to talk about the impact of the global warming in the oceans. This increase in temperatures has an impact on our oceans. In first place, it produces a warming of the water that is causing the displacement of species. On the other hand, the Arctic glaciers are melting, creating the rise in the sea level and disappearance of the natural of certain species, such as polar bears, seals, and whales. Recently, there are a lot of reports of dead whales in the coast, and the mainly reason is because the noise of some boats, who makes the whales run away very scared and makes them feel really exhausted, and their internal organs start to fail. Finally, they die and they are pulled to the coast, like in these photos, as you can see. Global warming will bring a new era of extreme and unpredictable weather conditions. Tropical storm, electrical storm, and more intense rains can increase and causing a lot of damages. Hurricanes like Hugo and Madeline caused enormous damage to coral ecosystems. The sea level it could increase by more than 60 centimeters over the next 100 years due to melting glaciers and polar ice. The rising water level will have a serious impact on marine ecosystems. The amount of light reaching offshore plants and algae depends on photosynthesis and may be reduced, while coastal habitats will be flooded. The dynamic interactions between climate change and freshwater resources on land are closely linked to the availability of good quality water for human consumption. Currently, at least half of the world's population depends on groundwater for safe water consumption, and a lot of people don't use this water in a good way, so they waste it. Frozen fresh water in the Arctic, Greenland, Antarctica, and all alpine regions of the world is melting and ending up in the oceans, rivers, and soils of the entire planet. At first, that water will fill rivers and rivers basins, but as there is less ice, runoff and fresh water will also be depleted. If conservation measures do not tackle the problem, the threat of water restrictions will arise, and so there will be drought in the entire world. Water is vital for our planet. We depend on it for drinking, agriculture, and livestock, and countless species need fresh water ecosystems to live. The ocean helps modulate CO2 levels and maintain global temperatures while transporting nutrients and hosting marine ecosystems. So please, save the water. And now I'm going to put a video that explains the projections of the temperatures and precipitation in the 21st century.
Who can tell what the future will be like? NASA scientists have combined data from several climate models used by the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change to show how patterns of temperature and precipitation could change through the end of the 21st century. This visualization shows the expected changes in temperature and precipitation we might see, compared to the average levels of the late 20th century. The largest temperature increases are seen in the northern hemisphere. Across North America, areas that typically have snow, such as the Rocky Mountains and northern Canada, will see the earliest and largest temperature rise. The warming temperatures will eliminate the reflective and cooling effect of the white snow cover. This reduction in albedo is the reason why the Arctic region shows such dramatic warming, as the polar sea ice melts and the darker ocean water absorbs energy from the sun. In turn, the warmer water accelerates the melting of the sea ice. All around the globe, the land areas show a greater increase in temperature than the surrounding ocean waters. Evaporation of the water helps to keep the ocean surface cool, and the deep depths of the ocean have a large capacity to absorb energy before heating up. Off the coast of South America stretches an unusually warm patch of the Pacific Ocean. A cyclical occurrence, known as El Niño, causes more precipitation in that area of the Pacific and affects the climate throughout the region. And we can see that happen in this visualization of changes in precipitation. Models project warmer waters and increased precipitation to stretch across the Pacific Ocean to Indonesia as the century progresses. The monsoons over the Indian subcontinent will bring increased precipitation over a wider area, and Eastern Africa and the savannas of the Sahel could see precipitation increases up to 100%. At the same time, the Mediterranean will experience the opposite, a decrease over 40%. In general, the mid-latitude and subtropical dry regions are projected to see less precipitation, while the mid-latitude wet regions could see more precipitation. The poles and high latitudes are expected to also have increased precipitation. For North America, the models indicate more precipitation in the north and less in the south.